Hi everyone, welcome to WYC channel. My name is Rifat. Today's video is kind of a bit of a continuation of last week's video where I kind of touch point about the turmoil and stuff like that, and also want to kind of show like how much stocks that maybe could be interesting to buy and stuff like that, and also go into depth of what's kind of a quick update on the virus and maybe my projection with what I kind of read about the vaccine that they potentially found and stuff like that. So that could be interesting to kind of add to the evaluation. Me honest, I think it's kind of very interesting to start maybe deploying some of my funds as I'm doing right now, and there's so many good like stocks that are on sale and stuff like that, and I'm like, you have so much type of resource, and in this context it's money, and you have to choose and select which you want to add in your portfolio, because I think overall it's very interesting, all these stocks and all this stuff I want to buy, but I'm like, oh my god, I want to buy this, that, but I mean, like taking a pullback, I gotta be careful not to overstretch myself and like have a bunch of stocks everywhere. So I'm gonna try to maybe add, but also be careful. But there are stocks that maybe show here right now, this recap, that I think is worth buying, but maybe I don't know if I will buy or not. But I just want to throw that idea out for you all out there. So let's pivot to my screen over here. You guys can see here, so the vaccine has been found, pretty much. They're not found per se, they're going to do human test first, and China has given the green light, and now the Guardian expects, for the worldwide to have access to that vaccine, it could expect up to 18 months. So some articles say between 12 to 18 months. So I'm saying, yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen. So it's giving everyone the access to it's going to take a bit of while, give it access. So the market is going to be still on turmoil and going to be ups and downs. Maybe this year won't be the best with the election coming up, and there's so much things ongoing, especially 2020. I don't think it's going to be a great year, I would say, in the stock market. I would say with this right now, the vaccine's coming out and everything, maybe that's a good news, because I think that's wonderful news that we did potentially find a vaccine to kind of do that. But I think, but I mean, like example, like, oh yeah, you found the vaccine, but people don't have access to it. People leave out of their homes and they get infected and start propagating it, and we're back to square one, So that's that. Something like that's I would say is. So now let's go into the stocks. So this is very important. Also, one of the things I want to say, forgot to mention with the vaccine, I would say it's important to find a company that's good balance sheet. I think that's something very important. And that's something I put a criteria out, so to be careful for that. And companies that don't have good balance sheets could be very potentially dangerous in this kind of situation. And I'm going to say it's obvious, but yeah, just throwing it out there. And it's kind of funny because how 2-3 months could change the whole concept of how we were investing. Back like 2-3 months, even 4 months ago, we were like, hey, we're looking for opportunities. We were constantly searching for bargains. And now we're like, we are in a market that bargains are vastly available, and it's just a way, like, you know where to put. So come back to the stock here. I have McDonald's up. McDonald's, something that, funny thing, I just came across today. I was not expecting, I was not thinking about them. I would just randomly just, hey, let's see how much McDonald's stocks is, and I boom, it came out. I'm like, wow, it's cheap valuation, because people usually during a recession or a crisis, people tend to eat still and to save on cost, and McDonald's is the game for that, right? And McDonald's has so much innovated. If you see the trailing P of 17, nice dividend of 3.39%, also, and the 4 P of 14. And this is amazing. They're not at their 5 years low, that's for sure. But I mean, McDonald's 5 years ago and now, it's not even the same McDonald's. They are more technologically advanced. They're one of the fast food chains that uses so much of the technology compared to other ones. They're using like Uber Eats to deliver. So they are upped their game long time ago. And at these current valuations, I'm like, wow, they're super cheap. I honestly don't know if I will buy, but I really want to be honest with you. But I just come back to my topic. I just don't want to kind of overspread myself, and I gotta be very picky. even during times that you want to buy a lot. You got to be picky and like not to overspread. That's kind of my goal. And so yeah, that's one of them. I'm throwing that out. I don't know what everyone thinks about McDonald's. We get thought about buying. I don't know. It's interesting out there. Next two is Facebook and Microsoft. They're still, if you use the simplistic PE ratio, they're still high. I want them to kind of go a bit lower than the current PE valuation. Maybe potentially do jump into them. I really would like to put them in my add them in my portfolio, but the valuation is just a bit high, I would say. So I'm waiting a bit for them to drop. This is even 22. But Facebook is a bit more interesting because they think their forward PE is 13, which is crazy low. It's almost the same as McDonald's, and just this is a printing machine, so that's very good. Compared to Microsoft, is a bit equivalent to their current trading PE, which is like 22. That's that. Next is BIP. BIP I kind of mentioned it previously. Now they're really interesting. I would say $33. They're almost close to their 5-year low, and this is a company that's tremendously well managed and has huge potential. Roughly, I want to own them, and just the reason is with BIPC coming out, they're going to start trading it around end of March. I really want to add BIPC. So BIPC is one of my things because it's a corporation version of it instead of partners. So I would like to add that more than partners. So I want to see how that plays out. So I'm waiting to see, but I would love to add more of Brookfield. And now with this, I think I will add it. I'm just going to be a bit more patient because I would say there's no rush in my situation that I'm in. So next is Libongo. It's something that I want to add, but it's completely resisting to drop from below 20. I wanted to go further down. Even at 23.20, I think they are a good bargain and a good buy. They are well financed. They have an amazing balance sheet. I can go on and on about them in terms of what they're doing. And I think this kind of puts a fact also that they have very long-term investors mindset, and people are not easily selling off and like holding into the position. So that's one of that. But yeah, so I want to add that. Maybe I will wait a bit longer. Maybe the idea, maybe if it doesn't go down further, maybe I'll just move on to adding another stock would be more interesting to my portfolio. Because there's other interesting stocks. So that's that. So that resumes pretty much the stocks I had to kind of talk about. I know I just kind of picked 5 stocks because I don't want to kind of go and like ramp about all the stocks. I think there's a lot of stocks in the market. Like just pick one, and I think it is in a bargain, right? Like from airlines to like Air Canada. Like Air Canada is not going anywhere, and it's just trading like it's going bankrupt. And it's like I know that Air Canada is one of the companies that has huge balance sheet, and we hate them as a customer, they are the monopoly. They own everything in the airlines in Canada, so they're not going anywhere. So that's one of them. Just throwing it out there. And stuff like that. So I think they're very interesting. I think there's a lot of stocks. I just didn't know what to choose, and I just don't want to go over too much on all kinds of stuff. Maybe if out there people want to like say, hey, kind of go much in details, maybe on this stock or Air Canada or other kind of stocks, you want me to go in details, maybe I can do that and maybe help you kind of navigate all these things. And I would say that kind of way. And if you have other stocks or other ideas, throw it out at me. Or if you want to think about, want to go in depth in the stocks that I showed here, I can do that too. And if not, I would say like if you're buying right now stocks, I would say that's a good time maybe to jump in. If you don't own stocks, jump in, and I think that can help you create a good entry level point, which could be very interesting to easily average down. That's kind of good also, if in case it goes further down. So that's a good entry point. If I do buying index stocks, I would index ETFs. Maybe I would kind of feeding into a lot of things I'm reading, and it's true, just hold off on ETFs, indexes. Maybe I think it's more worth it to honestly pivot into buying maybe stocks, and maybe picking blue chips, like an example, like McDonald's is not going anywhere. Maybe once it starts, when whole market recovered, it starts going back up, maybe sell and just go jump back into indexes. So I think this could be a good opportunity to maybe profit out of this, maybe get some better returns. That's going to be an option if people are there. If you own stocks and already own, maybe think about average down. If you already average down and satisfied with the position that you own with the company, maybe add another one. I think that could be another option too overall. So that sums about it for this video. Drop a comment down below if you want to comment anything or like stuff like can help me do some nice videos for you guys in these coming weeks, because it's a lot of turmoil and it's hard to pick a stock to kind of talk about, because I think there's a lot of sales ongoing. So if you love the video, hit the thumbs up. New to this channel, subscribe. That'd be wonderful. So thank you very much for watching and have yourself a wonderful day. Whoosh.